Hello and welcome to Musician's Edition. I'm Evan here on the guitar, and we're going to be doing a little power chord shuffle in this one. Introducing you guys to the concept of that shuffle or swing on guitar that we can use to spice things up. A very basic version of it in this one. I'm going to be doing a version of it with power chords in here and showing you the difference between playing regular versus adding a little bit of swing in there. Nothing too crazy in this one. We're just going to be doing a regular consistent pattern all throughout. A lot of times the swing, we have more variations in it to kind of catch you off guard with it and make it a bit more catchy. In this one, we'll just introduce you to the idea of swing. For those who are interested in power chords, are going to be applying it to there, but you can do this with any kind of notes or chords that you're playing and apply the same idea to it. So I'm going to do this one by playing along to one I just did in one of my recent videos, which was going with some different power chords of A to D to E. So I do encourage you guys to go check that one out, and if you want to learn the tutorial for how to actually play this all the way through. Otherwise, it's pretty easy to pick up regardless. And the idea here is we're just going to be adding that shuffle or that swing into it. Instead of just playing it all the way through consistent eighth notes, we're going to add a little bit of a swing into it. So without further ado, what we're talking about with a swing here is we're not playing the notes evenly spaced out. Some are going to come in later, so they help bring us into that next set a bit better. So what I mean here is I could play eighths all the way through like this. And I'm doing my job. I'm playing eighth notes. But I can add a bit more swing into this and make it a bit more interesting. In this, it'll still kind of sound stagnant because I'm playing the same thing over and over. But the idea with swings is you kind of have variations throughout. But the idea here is I'm going to be playing the first instance of this a little bit longer. The second one's going to come in a bit later and just go right into that next one. So instead of, I'm going to play. And that's really the idea here. This is just with consistent kind of eighth note patterns. We'll definitely put up more videos on this channel of more complex patterns and how we can introduce swing in that way. But just the idea of it here to get you down with it. We're going to be applying this with some power chords. And we're going to be doing that again with A. And just so when you see it on here, you're going to see A with open on the A string and second fret of the D string. And then we're going to go back and forth with that second fret to the fourth fret. So we're going to play like this. Okay? Then we're going to go to E, which is just going down, and we're going to play open E, second fret of the A string together here, so just those two strings. Okay? And then we're going to finish it up with a D, which is going to be open on the D string, second fret on the G, so those two strings there, D and G. Again, going with 2 and 4 frets, and that G string. All right, so there's our three chords we're going to play, just that little variation of adding in that fourth fret on top of that second one. These are E, A, and D power chords for those who do want to know them. And so this is what we're going to do. Just a pattern here, we're just going to apply this and be able to play this all the way through. So I do encourage you guys to watch my other video. I'm going to not really focus too much on the tutorial of learning this, but just applying this swing to it in this one. And all the way through, this is what it would sound like with what we're going to go over here. So that is my little bit of swing that is thrown in here, or the shuffle as it might be called either way here. And that's what we're gonna do. So with each of these, we can break that down a bit. So just on that A as the first one here, again, we're just strumming the A and the D strings. We're gonna go 2 instances of with the second fret here, and then we're gonna go with the fourth fret. So it's just kind of back and forth like that here. So here it is a little bit closer. You can see that fretting hand. And then we're just sliding down to the E string to play that same thing. So the idea here with this is you're practicing pick control of moving between the strings while we just apply this little shuffle or swing to it. So the last one is going to be to the D string. And played for twice as long. We do E, A, and then 2 instances of D. And then the next one, we're gonna go back to A, go back to E, and then we go to A and D, but they're quicker. We're just gonna go A, then to D, back to A, back to E. So a bit quicker, we're not playing them longer for the full bar, but just half the bar there, and then we finish on one big strum of A. And we're done. So all together here, this is what that sounds like one more time. And in this one, I'll do a countdown so you guys can keep up with me. So we'll do a 1, 2, ready, go, and then into it there. All right? 1, 2, ready, go. There we go. So that is just the idea of a little shuffle or swing. This is a little concept called the power chord shuffle, but we can do the same thing with regular chords. Instead of playing, I can add a bit more swing in there to kind of break it up and not be so stagnant. So whenever you're practicing there, whether it's riffs, whether it's power chords, whether it's full chords, you can use this idea of swing of not being so stagnant and apply it to a lot of things. All right, so I hope this is good practice for you to get the idea of it. Have fun playing, and we will see you next time.